Hey there, my fellow crazies. We're going to do a simple little meal tonight. This here would be a good one for college students. We're just going to do some Kraft macaroni and cheese and some ballpark hot dogs. Good food. Here we go. Okay, to start with, you want to add to your water. Should have had this out already. Just a little bit of salt that helps flavor the pasta. A little bit of salt. And a little bit of oil. The oil helps the noodles to not stick together. Just a little bit. Okay. Now we'll bring that to a hard boil. We'll add our noodles and we'll go from there. Okay, the water's just about ready to boil. Now, in my opinion, you can get the cheaper brands of macaroni and cheese for your little quick, easy meals. But you can't go wrong with Kraft. Kraft is the ultimate best. The best. I've tried the cheaper brands. They just don't add up. I love Kraft macaroni and cheese. Now for the hot dogs. As soon as I find it. Now, as you can see, the pot is boiling. So a little trick here is you take a little bit of butter, margarine, whatever, and you put just a little bit on the edge of your finger, and you wipe it around the outside edge of that pan without burning yourself. It'll keep it from boiling over. You add your noodles, and you stir them in a little bit. And just wait for them to cook. This says you have to have 6 cups of water. I just add whatever. 4 tablespoons of margarine and 1/4 cup of milk. You boil the water, stir in the macaroni, cook 7 to 8 minutes or until it's tender, stirring occasionally. And then you add your butter and your milk. Well, you drain it, then you add your butter and your milk. Now the hot dogs, I'm going to cook in the toaster oven. Spacing them apart a little bit. And we'll put them into the toaster oven. We're going to cook them at 350 until they look done. When they start to turn nice and brown on the outside edge, that's when I like to cook them. Or that's when I like to eat them. I even sometimes like them when they're split. You gotta have the coffee too. Nice coffee. See, a lot of times when you cook pasta, it'll bubble up and it will overrun and stink real bad when it hits the burner. But you do that little trick with the butter around the outside edge and it will keep it from boiling over. You could do that, or you could lay like a wooden spoon across it like that and it'll keep it from boiling over. I like to smell a pasta cooking. Now it says to add 1/4 cup of milk. I don't normally add that much because I like it to taste cheesier. So if you don't put as much milk in it, it tastes better. That's my opinion. I might do, oh, I don't know, 1/2 cup, whatever that is, 1/8 cup. I might do that. I can smell them hot dogs already. Now, as far as cooking hot dogs, you could do them about any way you want to do them. You can fry them, you could boil them, you could bake them, you could do anything to them. You could steam them. I like them either steamed or baked in the oven. Occasionally I'll eat them fried, but I try to stay away from the fried foods. Those are coming along nicely. I prefer them either steamed or I like them in the oven, baked. But boiling them, I don't know. That's just weird, in my opinion. I don't like them that way. Or I'll do a big old thing of baked beans and just drop the hot dogs right down inside of that, and oh, that's heaven right there. So if you're a college student and you're looking for things to cook, my suggestion is to get a hot plate, which you could cook like one thing at a time or two things. Sometimes you can get 2 or 3 burners on those, and a toaster oven, just a little cheap toaster oven. I absolutely love my toaster oven. I would never go without a toaster oven again. I love it. I cook so much stuff in that toaster oven. That way you don't have to fire up the great big oven, on your stove. You could just do this little thing, and it cooks in in half the time, and I just love the toaster oven. They're getting there. They're getting there. Smells good. See that? Can you see that? It's Nice steaming hot coffee. Gotta love the coffee. That's a cup my sister got me. I don't know if you can see it. This is Brother. It's kind of like 3D on there. It's a nice cup. Getting pretty close. What you want to do is you want to like get one noodle, okay, and see how tender it is. Like those, they're pretty tender, so I'm going to call them done. So we'll turn the burner off for right now. We'll take this over to the sink and we'll put it in the strainer. Show you what that is here in a sec. Take the camera over there. See, that's the strainer. That gets the water out of the noodles. You can leave them set in that while you melt the butter and stuff. Okay, so we'll put this back on the burner and we'll add the 1/4 cup of butter, which just so happens I have 2 partial sticks here that equals to 1/4 cup. We'll throw them in the trash. Okay, you melt your butter or margarine. I prefer butter. I just like to taste a bit better. Now when you get a stick of butter, I'll get one out here. It'll tell you on there. It calls for 4 tablespoons of butter. See, each one of these is a tablespoon. So 4 tablespoons is a 1/4 or a 1/2 a stick. It's got it right on there for you. So it makes it nice and easy. Get the milk out while I'm right here. Put them hot dogs that we didn't cook back in the fridge. Looks like we're going to need a little bit more heat. I turned the burner off thinking that would be enough. Melt that butter down all the way. Okay. I'll turn the heat off for right now. We'll add a little bit of milk. It calls for a 1/4 of a cup, but I don't like to use that much. I might use 1/8 of a cup. And you add the cheese powder. Make sure we got it all out of there. And then I stir that in. Get that all broken up. Okay. And then we'll add our macaroni to it. One's still hiding. And we'll mix that in. So everything's all nice and coated. You don't want to be too rigorous with it. You don't want to break your noodles all up. Just kind of mix it in a little bit. And I like to put it on a low heat for a little while, maybe about a 3.5. That lets that thicken up just a little bit. That'll give our hot dogs enough time to cook. Which they're just about done by the looks of it. And I even like to add a little bit, that's about empty, that is empty, but we've got a new one over here, I think. Yep, right there. Take the lid off of that. And we'll sprinkle in some Parmesan cheese. That makes it a little bit thicker. Just some, not a whole lot. What I have there is about perfect. So we'll mix that in too. That just adds a better taste to it. Makes it a little bit more cheesier. See, look how thick that looks. See, look at that. Oh yeah. Sometimes your quick, easy meals are some of the best. Okay, the hot dogs are done. So we'll get this dished up and I'll come back to you in a second. There's the finished product. Hot dog with macaroni and cheese. Nice filling, easy meal. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more and keep it crazy. Bye now.